Coming up on Tech Tonight, you might start to see some unexpected animals around your neighborhood. We'll tell you more.
And a protest unfolds at a local gun show this weekend. Find out the details next.
Welcome to Tech Tonight. I'm Cameron Austin.
And I'm Megan Kilgore.
You may notice an increase in pets in the neighborhood, and I'm not talking about dogs and cats. Last week, the Montgomery County Board of Supervisors approved in a 5-1 vote to allow owners of residential zone properties to keep chickens. In order to house chickens on private property, the landowner must get a zoning permit, buy a predator-resistant coop, have proper storage of feed and removal, and keep the chicken 50 feet from neighbors' properties.
A group of over 20 protesters rallied outside a gun show at the Roanoke Civic Center on Sunday. The group, known as Roanoke Citizens Against Gun Violence, began their protest around 2 p.m. in front of the gun show entrance. Spectators say they were not violent, though they were asked to leave because they did not have a permit. Mary Croft, a former Bedford County elementary school teacher, organized the group in response to the Sandy Hook shootings in Newtown, Connecticut. She says the group rallied on Sunday in response to Representative Bob Goodlatte's stance not to require universal background checks. Croft says this view gives criminals an easy opportunity to buy guns.
A new moped law could soon go into effect for Virginia, causing a headache for anyone that uses the low-speed devices. The bill would require drivers of electric mopeds to pay a $100 registration fee and would require them to display state license plates. There would also be a road test for three-wheeled motorcycles. If passed, the bill would require mopeds to be registered by July 1st of 2014. Besides registration regulations, the new bill would make safety devices such as helmets and face shields a requirement.
Roanoke police are investigating a murder-suicide resulting in 2 deaths discovered Monday morning. The body of 1 male and 1 female were found in the 1100 block of Brandon Avenue at 10 a.m. Scott Higgins, a resident of the neighborhood, says a married couple lives in the house along with 1 child. The Roanoke Police Department will release more details throughout the week. Coming up, Samantha Hill brings you your news around Virginia Tech.
Back to Tech Tonight. I'm Samantha Hill with your news around Virginia Tech. From March 26th to the 29th, Virginia Tech will recognize its graduate students. Planned events are an appreciation lunch, movie night, design contest, an awards banquet, and discussions on possible changes within the graduate school. The luncheon is planned for Monday the 25th. Events held during the middle of the week range from workshops on academic journaling, how to do a 30-minute core workout, and a game for practicing interviewing skills. Students may vote for their favorite art piece done by a peer by Wednesday. The week ends with a cookout on Friday with music, games, and more. A new scale-up classroom opened on Monday in the Newman Library. The College of Sciences and the University Library worked together to create the new innovative space so that would prove more useful for students. The design provides for a more social and collaborative approach to learning. The final cost of the project was about $360,000 and includes wall-to-wall whiteboards and 8 new large displays. The new scale-up classroom is in room 100. Virginia Tech hosts Eating Issues and Body Awareness Week. Events held during the week will promote healthy eating habits and exercise, and will promote positive body image. All week, a display will be set up in McComas Hall that educates health and offers a chance for raffle prizes. Wednesday, a program called Making Food Your Friend will be held in the Burris Hall Auditorium at 7 p.m. The program teaches healthy eating habits and provides information such as how to find nutritional facts. The big event will be held again this year on April 6th. This event was started in 2002 and has grown drastically since then. The big event had 475 volunteers and 60 projects its first year, and had 6,800 volunteers and 990 projects last year. It's currently the second largest service event in the country. Registration and project requests can be made online on the Big Events website and will close March 22nd. Stay tuned because Stephanie Morris brings you your entertainment news next.
And that, viewers, is how the Hokie crossed the road. Back to you, Steve.
Thanks, Kip. Breaking news. BTTV is the only TV station with all your Hokie news. We have sports,
Entertainment,
and news. Tune in to BTTV on Channel 33.
television for students, by students.
Oh, what am I gonna do? I need a break from all this work. I really want to find stuff about like sports around campus. What am I gonna do? There's no. What's going?
Hey man, looks like you're having some trouble there. Dude, you need to find BTTV, man. Channel 33.
BTTV. What's that?
Dude, it's the place where you can find all your entertainment, sports, news, and special productions, man.
Oh, sweet. Thanks,
That's
bro.
where you gotta go, man.
Yeah.
Welcome back. I'm Stephanie Morris with your entertainment news. Rapper Lil Wayne and Fashion Police co-host Kelly Osbourne both suffered from seizures recently, but are on their way to full recoveries. During a taping of Fashion Police, Osbourne fainted and was taken by ambulance to a nearby hospital. She was released from the hospital on March 11th after a 5-night stay. During her time there, doctors ran several tests and say that the incident was most likely a one-time thing and not linked to any medical condition. Since then, she has been out and about and is looking healthy. Lil Wayne is still hospitalized, but is said to be just resting after his seizure caused a media frenzy that the rapper was near death. Many tweets were being sent that the rapper was on life support. A close friend of Wayne was able to calm fans by explaining the scary tweets were false. Lil Wayne comforted friends and fans when he tweeted, "I'm fine, everybody. Thanks for the prayers and love." Reports have not yet explained where or why the seizure happened, but one celebrity gossip site says the seizure could be linked to a drug overdose. Plenty of stars have been greeted with supportive shouts or rude screams when approaching the courthouse for a trial, but being showered in glitter is an interesting way to show how a fan feels. As a courthouse regular, Lindsay Lohan has probably been received in many different ways, but the glitter display is probably a first. A security guard stepped in front of Lindsay, who was dressed in all white, to block most of the glitter. Lohan is facing charges for a probation violation connected to a car accident that occurred in June. The troubled star could face up to 240 days in prison if found guilty. She could face more time if she is convicted or of other misdemeanors for lying to police and reckless driving. The Last Song co-stars Miley Cyrus and Liam Hemsworth, who are usually seen flaunting their romance as a young engaged couple, are currently surrounded by breakup rumors. After Miley was seen without her engagement ring and Liam jetted off to Australia with rumors flying he was linked to a Mad Men star, things did seem rocky. But according to CNN, no source seems to have the answer. The New York Post states things are over between the two, while E! News is hopeful, saying they haven't given up. Us Weekly believes the pair is keeping in contact as normal while Liam is in his home country, while People magazine says the pair has split but the wedding date has not been canceled. So unfortunately, things are still up in the air for those of you following the romance, but a tweet from Miley seems to have an optimistic twist.
In reply to a tweet from a friend who had been getting her engagement ring fixed, Miley says, "Oh, that's the worst. Just had a similar situation, except when it happens to me, everyone says my wedding is off." For now, we can only assume that this means things are fine between the lovebirds. In other romance news, after their split back in October, Danny DeVito and Rhea Perlman are reconciling according to multiple reports. The pair had been married for 30 years and have 3 children together. People reported the longtime couple were back together on March 15th. Us Weekly also seemed excited about the rekindling, saying the two had worked things out after their 5-month separation. Apparently, they had been working on their relationship behind closed doors for a few months. Some may have noticed a clue to this when the Always Sunny star and former Cheers actress were first spotted back together a week after Thanksgiving at an airport. Coming up, find out what new chain restaurant is next to come to Blacksburg.
Welcome back to Tech Tonight. I'm Cameron Austin. A popular pizza chain will soon find a home in downtown Blacksburg. Mellow Mushroom, which is known for its gourmet pizzas, craft beers, and unique dining atmosphere, will open sometime later this year, according to corporate officials. Though the location hasn't officially been released yet, there is a possibility that the former site of Backstreets on the corner of Washington and South Main will be chosen. It is expected to open in December 2013 or January 2014.
A Floyd County 7th grader wins the Roanoke Times Regional Spelling Bee for the 3rd year in a row. Shaylee Martin of Floyd Elementary School beat out 16 other competitors for her first place win. Shaylee's winning word was dowager, which she spelled correctly after 42 other rounds. With her top honors, Shaylee's next step is the Scripps National Spelling Bee in Washington, D.C. that will begin at the end of May. Shaylee says her success comes from reading and writing as much as she can. She's also a passionate chef in the making, as she has her own food blog, which can be found at thecornucopiacook.com. Coming up, Monica Puckett brings you this week's sports headlines.
23-game winning streak has LeBron James heading back to Cleveland. The Miami Heat have 10 games until they hold off the longest run of consecutive victories the league has ever seen. The Los Angeles Lakers have a record of 33, which isn't too far from the second longest streak in the NBA history from the Heat. James says, I know the history of the game to be sitting in second place right now. For us to be there and doing it the way we want to do it means a lot. James added 12 assists, and Mario Chalmers scored 21 for the Heat, who haven't lost since February 1st. Virginia Tech basketball's pride and joy, Eric Green, has been voted onto the 2013 All-ACC men's first team. The team was voted on by coaches of ACC basketball. Coaches were not allowed to vote for their own players and only took the regular season into account. Green is joined by Mason Plumlee and Seth Curry of Duke, Shane Larkin from Miami, and Joe Harris from UVA. Elvis Dumervil had a contract offer from the Denver Broncos under the NFL's bargaining agreement. His agent, Marty Maggot, is defending that the email agreement with the Broncos was sufficient. Dumervil is now a free agent, and it is unlikely that his agreement will be reinstated. But if Dumervil fails to get at least $8 million for his next contract, the Broncos may be held liable. The Broncos felt that they needed to cut Dumervil instead of risking a $12 million guarantee in the original contract. Maggot is hoping to keep the certified agent with the NFLPA. Finally, there's a bit of concern that the estate of the late agent, Gary Wichard, could be in pursuit of legal action in the Dumervil case. He was the only one that made Dumervil's original deal. Corey Perry was extremely cool when his teammate Ryan Getzlaf signed his 8-year extension with the Anaheim Ducks 2 weeks ago. Perry says that getting both himself and Getzlaf signed makes Anaheim an attractive place for potential free agents. He also says the future matters. In 6 years, when they're both 33 years old, with cap hits of $8.6 million, we might pan out these contracts with the benefits of hindsight. Once Getzlaf signed, the Ducks had space next season to do both deals. People are stunned that the Ducks decided to retain both players and commit a lot of money to the two players on the roster. Stay tuned because Brian Tenaglia brings you this week's national headlines next.
Oh, what am I going to do? I need a break from all this work. I really want to find stuff about, sports around campus. What am I going to do? There's no... what's going...
Hey, man, looks like you're having some trouble there. Dude, you need to find VTTV, man. Channel
VTTV? What's that?
Dude, it's the place where you can find all your entertainment, sports, news, and special productions, man.
Oh, sweet. Thanks,
that's where you gotta go, man.
Yeah.
Welcome back. I'm Brian Tenaglia with this week's National Headlines. A wildfire in the town of Pigeon Forge, Tennessee continues to rage despite authorities' best efforts to contain it. The fire, which started around 5 p.m. on Sunday as a house fire, has damaged over 35 buildings and caused roughly 150 evacuations. Tennessee's Governor Bill Haslam declared a state of emergency Monday as 20 fire departments and the National Guard struggled to control the 230-acre fire. The Tennessee Emergency Management Agency described it as, quote, poorly contained, in part due to high winds hampering the use of firefighting helicopters. Pigeon Forge is primarily a vacation destination known for its natural beauty, with most of the buildings damaged being seasonal cabins. It's also home to Dolly Parton's Dollywood Amusement Park, as well as a variety of other tourist attractions. A fire alarm and 911 call at the University of Central Florida Monday regarding a person with a gun led to police discovering the body of a male student, as well as 2 firearms and an improvised explosive device. The 500 residents of the dorm were initially evacuated due to a fire alarm early Monday morning. Officials say that the student, whose name has not been released, appears to have accidentally shot and killed himself. While federal agents have joined the UCF and Orlando Police Department's investigation, many questions, including the connection between the fire alarm and the 911 call which mentioned a man with a gun, still remain. UCF is providing food and counseling for the evacuated students. A private plane crash Sunday afternoon in South Bend, Indiana, has claimed the lives of 2 and destroyed 3 houses. The pilot of the Hawker Beechcraft 390 radioed that he was having difficulty with some of the plane's onboard equipment shortly before the aircraft spiraled into the ground and broke in half. The plane was circling after a failed landing attempt at South Bend Regional Airport. The crash took the life of 60-year-old former Oklahoma State quarterback Stephen Davis, as well as 58-year-old Wesley Caves. 2 others aboard the plane and 1 on the ground were injured in the crash. Police evacuated the 50-home neighborhood due to cleanup and investigation, as well as concerns about gas leaks from the 3 demolished homes. Shelters have been set up to house the displaced residents. History Channel representatives have declared they did not purposefully cast an actor who resembles President Barack Obama to play Satan in their miniseries The Bible. The first of nearly 20,000 tweets using the word Satan and Obama began to appear during the 3rd episode of the miniseries airtime, with users noting a strong resemblance between the depiction of Satan and the president. Miniseries producer Mark Burnett calls the allegations, quote, utter nonsense, and states that the actor depicting Satan in the program has past experience playing Satan in films released well before President Obama's election. According to Burnett, the miniseries seeks to add a, quote, fresh visual life to the biblical story of Jesus, and a wide range of pastors from a variety of Christian sects were consulted during production.
Thank you, Brian. So, spring break, first week back from school. Anyone do anything fun?
I went and tried on bridesmaids' dresses for my brother's wedding.
Nice.
Brian?
I really didn't do anything. I just went back up home to Boston, so
Boston?
not very exciting.
Probably colder there than it is here.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little bit.
A
Just
bit.
a little bit.
Well, that's it for Tech Tonight. I'm Cameron Austin.
I'm Megan Kilgore.
And I'm Brian Tenalia. Thanks for watching, and be sure to tune in next week.
And I'm not talking about dogs and cats. Last week, the final clause. Lost. Okay.
Floyd County 7th grader wins the Roanoke Times Regional Spelling Bee for... Wait, is it Roanoke Times? Sorry.
Elvis Dumerville had a contract offer from
Can we start at the other story?
So that would prove more useful for students. Oh no.
The Miami Heat have 10 games under their... Did I mess the lead up?
A new moped law could go... Sorry, I'm really sorry. I never...
With the cap hits off at $8 million. 80, that was wrong number.
The Roanoke...